What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. I just got through hearing on I think it was Showbiz the Adults channel that they finna implement a new no running rule in boxing. And if that's the case, and it sounds like that is the case, the timing couldn't be worse for Terence Crawford. It really couldn't. If I ain't know no better, I think they was doing that just because this fight coming up. The only realistic chance Bud got winning is to box and move. Now, how do you determine what's running and what's boxing? That's a slippery slope. You know, I- it, you know, this could give a referee more power in a match that he may necessarily need, in my opinion. No, I don't like what we saw last weekend with the running with Skull and Devin Haney. But at the same time, in some situations, I mean, that's the only chance they got in staying alive. I mean, Terence Crawford gonna be coming up two weight divisions to fight Canelo. He can't stand in front of him. He can't just stand in front of him like that. That'll be suicide, which means he gonna have to box and be moving the entire night. Will they consider it running or will they consider it boxing? And start taking a point because and once they take a point for you trying to box, if that's what you're doing, now you standing in that when you may necessarily not want to because you don't want to get another point taken away and people can get knocked out like this. I, now, no, I don't like the running. I would say try to match the fights better. If I got a champion, I'm not putting him in the ring with nobody who's finna run around the ring all night. But like I said, I just don't know how you enforce this rule properly because there's some people's style to box and move. No, I don't like it either, but at the same time, it is the sweet science. The name of the game is to hit and not be hit. Do I like those type of fights? Nobody do, but at the same time, that is some consider boxing. A lot of people, they gyms train these guys like that. So I can say, man, me personally, I kind of like the rule because it's gonna be better fights for the fans. If guys got to stand in there and can't just run around the ring all night and just avoid, trying to avoid confrontation. I prefer that myself in a lot of ways, but I just think that the timing just couldn't be worse with Terence Crawford having a big fight like he finna had coming up with Canelo. I don't know if he is slick enough on defense to stand in front of Canelo like Floyd did and still be able to avoid the punches and slip and come back with good counter shots and it with a big puncher that's up two divisions. You got to remember Floyd brought Canelo down in weight, so he probably wasn't his full strength in there against Mayweather. He should be full strength against Terence Crawford. And yeah, Bud will have more strength too, but I I was looking at more strength to move all night, not to have to be standing in front of this big killer trying to slip shots, So I don't know. I don't know if all the sanctioning bodies is going to uh be down with this new rule that I'm hearing about. But if it applies to everybody, shit, Crawford gonna have to get up. He probably gonna have to get a different fight plan now because it ain't nowhere in the hell if he moving around that ring a lot. They not going they gonna want him and want to take a point. So like I say, man, me personally, I like the rule because I don't like all that running. But I just think the timing couldn't be worse for Terence Crawford if this is going to be the way they calling it in all the fights now, because more likely that's his best chance on winning this fight is being on the outside, moving and sticking and moving all night. That's the way I see him having a chance in winning. You know, like Crawford got decent defense, but I don't see none of these guys with that Floyd Mayweather level defense or James Tony level defense where they can stand right in there with a guy like Canelo over 12 rounds and slip shots. So we just got to see just how close to the vest they're gonna be calling this this new rule. Maybe it's more maybe it's more of a warning than actual than it's going to be an actual thing in the ring. I hope not. I hope the referees ain't gonna be, like I say, in some cases you got no choice but to move like that. It depending on how the fight matched up with Canelo and Bud. Bud can't be. I mean, it'd be suicide for him to stand there in front of Canelo too. From time to time you're gonna have to, but if he can't box and move and be comfortable doing it, not have to worry about getting a point taken, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard to get the victory. If he concerned with how him, if he got to worry about if they're gonna take a point for him staying, trying to stay back and stay away from Canelo big shots. I mean, that's the only shot he got. So we're gonna see how that. Hopefully we'll see a couple of fights with the rule implemented before Bud and Canelo get in the ring. But if this is for with all the different sanctioning bodies, this could be a bad news for Terence Crawford. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till the next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.